So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
When a good cop turns turns a blind eye, is he still a good cop?
Not really. Not really, but I mean, it's just like on the streets and you're in the hood, you might, let's say, Alonzo, you're doing an interview and somebody breaks a law in front of you and the cops come and ask you, hey, Alonzo, who shot the guy? Alonzo's going to be like, I don't know. I'm just following the rules of the game.
Hey.
So the
And I went to the Ontario pro office, and that's when I get my pro officer there, the gang units there, they start questioning me about this murder that happened in 1998.
Before I even went to YA or jail myself, my older homies, you know what they used to tell me?
What?
This is in the 80s. Hey, watch out for them Crips. Straight up, watch out for them Crips. The Bloods are cool.
Cool, right.
Straight up,
right,
that's it.
right.
Because you got to remember, in the 80s, the Bloods weren't walking the line.
They wasn't.
Not that they were punks or anything, because you
was
were so
outnumbered.
deep.
Yeah,
You guys were
they was
outnumbered. And what were you guys doing?
Politicking.
You guys were pressing up.
Yeah, hell yeah.
What are your thoughts about gays in the military?
This again, so in the military, it's what you can do, right?
Right.
So if you can do your fucking job, then do your fucking job. And I don't care what you come from, what you do. If you're good at your fucking job, you cannot deny that. You cannot deny results.
That's right. Yeah.
So that's where I base it on.
Years ago, I was willing to die for this shit, man. I was willing to kill for this shit. I was willing to go do life in prison for this shit, man. But like I said, that hood shit, it's all mental, man. It ain't nothing real, man. It's all fucking fake, homeboy.
It had been in a magazine before.
Nice.
But this thing had these fucking big ass white walls.
You don't like the
man.
big white walls?
No,
I like the
nah, the Northerners like it.
like 'em,
They
huh?
like the big white walls. The Southerners
I'm
like
from
the
North
small
Hollywood,
ones.
so that's why.
Yeah, that's why you want the big one.
So like now, okay, let me be committed to my wife now. Let me be committed to my family. Let me be loyal to them. You know, let me put everything that I was putting into the neighborhood, put it now into my family, and to like rebuilding my life.
Hold on. Why the name American Cholo?
I don't know if you know my story. I started banging in 1989. I was in and out of YA for about 6 years.
Oh, what?
I got out in 99 was the last time I was on parole. When I got out in 99, I got off parole. I started working construction, started digging ditches, brother. And I told myself I'm not going to dig ditches for the rest of my life. So eventually became a contractor, started living the American dream and the American life. So I say
that.
I've lived the Cholo life to the fullest, and now I'm living the American life to the fullest. So now I'm the American Cholo.
I love that, bro.
All right, players. Let me see how we're sounding here. Let me lower this bad boy down real quick. Make sure you guys can. Yeah. I hear you over here. I hear you here. That's my own mic check. All right, Playboys. So I gotta. Hold on, let me make sure this is up there. Let's turn this one down. I got a nice hot one for you today, fresh off the presses. We got a pretty crazy body cam video in Burbank. But before I do that, it's actually pretty exciting to say I've got two sponsors, man. One being, you see this nice shirt right here? Hold on, let me get that way. Pa la Raza, homie. Pa la Raza, Pocho Wear. You can find Pocho Wear on Instagram, or you can go to his website. I believe it's www.pochowear.com. He's got some nice shirts like that. Chicano Raza. It's a lot of Cali Max stuff that feels good, looks good, and it's for a good price, brother. For a good cause. The homies from the SGV. It's all Cali Mac wear, homeboy. So go support the homie right there, Pocho Wear. Thank you for the merch and the stuff, guys. Look at that stuff. He's got all kind of stuff. You got the Raider fans, you got the Laker fans, you got the Frisco fans, whatever you want. He got the chanclas, he got the tank tops, he's got the shoes, and he's got the gear, homie. So that's one right there. The other one I gotta sit there and say is, of course, my homie fucking Louis, man. Big Louis came through. Here we go. With the Sin Manchas product, homie. Cuts grease, safe on carpets, kitchen, bathrooms, cars, clothing, walls, floors, removes calcium, surface rust, and much, much more. So if you get that Pocho Wear messed up, get some of the Sin Manchas. He'll clean it up. He's even on Amazon. But if you want, you can hit him up direct on his Instagram or on his website. Give him the promo code CaliMac, just like I always say, CaliMac, Central American, Latinos, Indigenous, Mexican American, Chicanos. Give him that promo code and he will give you 15% off, man. So Thank you, Louis. Thank you, Hector, man. Much appreciated, homeboy. Support the raza. There you go. You got two brown Cali Mac business owners that are up there doing their thing. I mean, that's what I like to see, brother. So let's get back into this thing here. Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. How we doing today, guys? It's Monday. Let me make sure I can see some comments on this, and then we're gonna get going here pretty soon. Here, let's get some more of you guys in here. All right, man. So, what's up, Big Gil? Shout out to the homeboys and Eastside Selena. There you go. Okay, so this is one that a gentleman sent me on Instagram, and even I believe in Boo Boo Bear sent it to me here. So let me see. Where's this thing at, dude? Where is this thing at? Of course I do. Okay, here we go. All right. So let me set the scene for you guys. The scene is like this, man. What's up, homeboy? The scene is like this. It's in Burbank, California. It's at the Quality Inn. It's right off of San Fernando Road and Buena Vista. Off the 5 freeway would be the Buena Vista exit. I actually lived maybe 2 blocks from there when I did that story about beating up my neighbor. It was on Frederick and Thornton. That guy will actually pass by there. Excuse me. So let's get this thing started, man. All right. So what we got here. That's where it's happened at, right? Hold on, let me make sure I put this thing up here. All right, there we go. Okay, where are we at here? The Quality Inn. Okay, now I need to. Okay, here we go. Okay, let me bring it up a little bit.
My name is Jenna.
Now let's get back here real quick. Okay, so that's where it's at. That L-shaped building right there. That's the Quality Inn in Burbank. It's right next to that Jack in the Crack, right? So what's going on is. You've got a gentleman, I believe he's a stepdad of the kid, not the actual father, but the kid does call him father, right? There's a phone call from the inn talking about there's a kid out there with his parents. His parents seem to be intoxicated. He's in shorts. He's kind of cold. It just seemed like a real bad scene. So the concerned guy calls in real quick, and here you go. You're gonna hear the phone call.
My name is Jenna. I'm calling from the Quality in Burbank. What can I do for you? I'm wondering if you guys wanted to send patrol to do a welfare check. He's next to their vehicle. Like they went up to the guest room and they just left him there. I don't know.
You should have audio back. I think I turned it down. Let me see. Let me go back then. You got audio now, right? There you go. Yeah, I'm getting used to this thing.
Is he in the vehicle on foot? He's next to their vehicle. Like they went up to the guest room and they just left him there. I don't know what room number they're staying in.
Okay, so what happened there was that's the 911 call about the kid. So what you see right here is the kid actually walking into the place because this guy was trying to steal every car that he could get his hands on. And if you notice closely, you look at this kid, dude. He's missing a shoe, man. What kind of guy is gonna sit here right there on the right hand side? You see him. The kid's walking around at I think it's 4 a.m. in the morning. With no shoes on. Well, this fool's over here all twacked out trying to steal every car on the block, man. So let's just let it run. Let me see. I think it may have skipped to a certain point. Let me see here. Okay. So what's going on is now he's walking around the streets. All the while, okay, right after this guy leaves the kid at the Quality Inn. This is about a good 2 blocks from there. This is actually I want to say Buena Vista and Thornton. I used to live at that corner place on the top, right? So he's going around, he's checking every car, and you got to remember all the while you got this little kid over there by himself, mother's not around, this guy's there, so he's right there walking around. They show you the little pathway he's going. The red dot on the top, that's the the Quality Inn. So that's him walking around, and right there actually to the left is where I used to live at. He walks up, he finally gets a stolen car right there. He picks one up, right? He finally scores. So now he's headed back to the Quality Inn, to the hotel, motel, Holiday Inn. He's heading back, but what he doesn't know while he's heading back is the cops are approaching the kid right now.
Where you got it?
This poor kid at this point has no clue, man. His so-called dad left him there. He's trying to make excuses. My dad went to go get a car. I don't know if he knows that he's stealing, but I'm sure he knows something's going up. So now, when this guy pulls up, the cops are there. The first video right now is silent, and you'll get video from the other cop's camera angle. What's going on right here is they're walking up. At this point, he's got a gun in the car. He's pointing the gun at that female to the left. And he was actually lucky that she didn't bust on him at the time, right? And look at the thing. You got a little kid right there next to him. All right. And boom, boom, boom. That's where it all goes down. We'll get another angle. He's already shot at this point. He's trying to put his hands up. And where the sound of the video come on right now. That part is just no audio for the moment. Jesus. My God.
See your hands! Hands up! See your hands! Hands up! Put your hands out the window right now! Put your hands out the window!
So right now they're gonna give you another angle. Right there, what they're showing is right there. He's got the gun. He's pointing at the cop. What do you think's gonna happen when you got a gun and you point it at the cops? So you're gonna get shot and killed. Yeah, he's shot for sure, killed most likely. So here we go. Here's another angle with the sound. Look how quick this thing goes, man. This is what people don't understand, is how quick these shootings happen.
Hey.
This is the female officer's cam. That's it, man. That's how quick it takes for somebody to lose their life. Let's go back a little bit here. As soon as the cop point up, he's already pointing the gun at the female officer, and she hesitated somewhat. The male officer didn't hesitate. He let it go, which I would have done the same thing.
Shots fired, shots fired.
That's the strap he was carrying that he had in the car. And that's how quick it happens, man. It happens in a blink of an eye. It's not like some people think that that you have all this time to make these decisions, to sit there and say, I'm gonna shoot this guy in the leg, or I'm gonna try to restrain him, or I'm gonna try to talk him out of it, or no, because just as quick as that guy lost his life is how quick that kid could have been killed. The female officer could have been killed. The other officer could have been killed. If a guy's out there with I think the kid was maybe like, maybe 10, 11 years old. If a guy's out there with 11 years old, I'm sure he's all twacked out. He's got a gun. He's trying to steal cars. He's not, no F's given, man. He doesn't care. The worst part of this whole thing is now you got a small kid who's been groomed as a young guy to maybe think that's the way I'm supposed to live, man. This is the life I'm supposed to take. And now he saw for what he thinks is his father. Maybe I believe it was a stepfather, but to him, his father just got killed by the cops. So what's gonna happen now? Most likely, that kid's gonna hate cops, and for all the wrong reasons. The reason this happened is from one guy not just making a bad choice for himself. If it was just himself and he got killed, that's on him, homie. That's his life. But when you're getting kids like this, and this is what the problem is, this is the cycle, and this is what's going on out there in the world right now. Just today, all right? Just today, about, I think 4 or 5 hours ago, right here on the side of my house, man, some broad and a couple guys pulled up on my father-in-law, asked him, where's the church at? And he told them over here by St. Patrick's on Cahuenga and Oxnard. She said, oh, thank you very much. Can I get out and pray with you? I'm going to, well, you know, do the cross and all that. And he was like, kind of, I'm good. But she got out. She tried to give him like $1 bill. He was watering the lawn. This broad tried to go in my suegro's pockets, man, with a couple fools in the car. That's what's going on. And that's what we're going up against. And if we continue to push this narrative that all these cops are just horrible people, that all these people are getting murdered by no reason. No, but that guy had it coming, and the majority of people who get killed by cops, I hate to break the news to a lot of you people, have it coming because they're acting a fool. And it's going to be a society where either we're going to have all the dope fiends, all the guys like this guy running amok, not caring because people don't want to call the cops because they say that's going to happen. But you want to live by the sword, brother? You're going to die by the sword. There's no other way to put it. I don't feel sorry for that guy. I feel sorry for that kid. I feel sorry for that cop because some cops may not be able to get through life by after they kill somebody like that. You know, some people go through some major trauma, man, and everybody in that situation is going through some major trauma, but it's all because of the decisions we make, brother. And I just kind of wanted to show that video, see what's going on, and let's see what you guys think about it, man. Let's see what you guys are talking about. The kid is definitely gonna have PTSD. Yeah, that kid's gonna be messed up, JR. That guy's really gonna be messed up, man. Do your dirt solo. Yeah, not with no kid, homie. Come on. Okay. Gil, do you think police officers should carry a non-lethal weapon instead of a taser? A taser is a non-lethal weapon. Can you die with a taser? Yeah, but a taser, by definition, is a non-lethal weapon, man. But, you know, some people have bad hearts. Some people are in bad shape and they die by it. But just like a baton is a non-lethal weapon to say. But if you crack somebody in the head, then you're going to kill somebody. But I definitely believe that a taser is a non-lethal weapon, man. Going down in that motel for a long time. Yeah, man, it sure is, man. That ain't no father, man. I understand you're not always dealt the right cards, but shit, yeah. No, listen, man. If you're not dealt the right cards and you know your life's horrible, then you do you, homie. Why are you gonna sit there and take a kid like that around with you? Maybe this guy didn't have any homies. Maybe nobody want to hang around with him, so he picks up a kid and makes this kid thinks that, you know, oh, my father loves me. No, he's having you walk around with no shoes on or one shoe missing, no socks on. It's cold outside. It's 4 a.m. It's just a bad situation all around, man. Real bad. Sad phone. Yeah, it's all the Twiggers out there, brother. What's up, Danny Scanny? Danny's content, huh? Gil speaking facts. I'm trying, brother. I'm trying. Let's see what this guy's saying. Is trader? Yes, I'm a trader. Hell, y'all. Here you go. Let me put this guy in a. Well, you know what? If I'm gonna be a trader, let me just hide you from the channel, brother. I don't want you to waste your time over here, carnal. Nah, that guy's gone, oh boy. That guy's gone, oh boy. They wanna see what's going on. Yeah. So that I just saw that one, and I mean it's pretty crazy, man. It's pretty crazy. So whenever Burbanks show up at the motel, they're already on high alert. Any cop is gonna be on high alert. Just being a cop, you're going to be on high alert. Imagine when you're a gang member, you're on high alert, right? Just from other gangs. So a cop's got to deal with gang members, drug addicts, pimps, hoes, hustlers, you name it, homie. And sometimes regular people. But at the same time, you're getting a call at 4 a.m. This guy's stealing cars and doing that. You're going to get shot. That's, again, man. Like I said before, the swimming pools don't have that don't run sign for a reason. You run, there's a good chance you're going to slip and crack your head, homie. You got a gun, cop tells you to stop, freeze. There's a good chance you're gonna get your head busted by a shot, homie, like a grape. There you go, carnal. Hell yeah, it was hitting. Why? I didn't hide that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hide. Hell yeah, homeboy. I'm sorry. Raza and the blacks listen to the police, and of course you have bad cops and racists. But yeah, you do. You have bad cops. You got bad everything, man. We all got bad apples, brother. So it is what it is with that, carnal. Let's see what you guys got. Play the video again. I'll give you the last little bit. Hold on. Let me give you the bit. Where are we at? I'll give you the bit where it all pretty much goes down and it happens so quick. All right, guys. For you guys who are just tapping in again right now. Here we go. Here's when they're walking up on the car. Let's see. Yeah, but I got no sound on this one. Maybe that's the first one. Let me go back. No, that's not that one either. Yeah, this is the one you guys want to see.
Hey.
It's Busta Grape.
Let's take that. Shots fired, shots fired.
Jesus, dude, that kid screaming, man. Just that kid screaming is horrible. Come on, man. Anybody who's a father out there, mothers, anybody who cares for their nephews, nieces, anybody, that's horrible, man. That's horrible. How are you gonna put a kid through that? That's horrible. But yeah, there's more to come. The crime wave in California is gonna skyrocket. Just I think yesterday I heard the news that the murders have gone up 78% from 2019 because they're not using 2020 numbers because of the COVID. So they've gone 76%. That means a lot of people are out there with guns shooting one another. A lot of people out there robbing people because why? Because you got more lax laws. You got hug the criminals now. I mean, listen, I'm all for fair sentencing laws and trying to help people rehabilitate. But there's some people, they don't want to rehabilitate. They want to be gangster. They want to act a fool. They want to come rob my father-in-law. They want to come rob your father-in-law. They want to come rob your wife. They want to come and steal your kids, brother. And we need to sit there and not let just the media push their agenda to what they want. Because what they do is they live in high-rich areas. All these liberals that are telling you defund the police and screw the police and Black Lives Matter, they all live up in the hills, brother. They don't live where all this stuff is happening. They live in the hills where that shit doesn't matter, man. But we need to sit there and stand up and know what's right, man. And that's a horrible situation. And that guy had that coming. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is, players. Was he really pointing the gun at the cop? Yeah, he really was pointing the gun at the cop. I mean, hold on, let me show you that one. Give me 1 second. Was he really pointing the gun at the cops? Let's forward that bad boy. Give me 1 second here. I want to say that's it right there. They have a video where he's actually, they slow it down real quick. Hold on, let me see if that's it. There, right there. You see that? That right there, my friends, is the guy's face, and that's the gun pointing at the cops on me. Yes? No? Maybe? Yeah, he's pointing at the cop. You can't point. Even if you have the gun in your hand a lot of times, you're gonna get shot, man, straight up. So yeah, he was definitely pointing at the cop. There's no offensive buts about it. But that's what it is, man. Crime is going through the roof. Crime is continuing to go through the roof. I heard today that they're actually shutting down, and I didn't even know Ys were still open. I guess they still have 3 Ys open. Those are all going to be shut down. But what I'm trying to figure out, because they say they need to give these guys counseling and sending youth far away from them homes is worse. And what I'm trying to figure out, okay, no problem, you're going to shut the Ys down, right? Even though pretty much they've already been shut down. What are you guys going to do when you got some 15-year-old killers out there? And there is 15-year-old killers. Some young kid goes out there, gets an enemy, shoots him in the head, shoots him in the chest, kills the guy. What are you going to do? Send him to placement? Put him on home arrest? No, that fool's going to keep killing, man. So it's just, people are just, not all, but too many of these politicians are just kind of, to me, it seems like they just threw the white flag out there to the criminal element, and they're letting it run amok, homie. And what's going to happen is more stuff like this, man. More kids come like this. And what'll happen, that's what I'm seeing. Right now, I'm seeing like it's the 70s turning into the 80s right now. Gang activity is getting higher. Gang involvement is getting a little higher because the laws are getting a little more lax. People think we're going to hug our way out of this. Nah, man, we need programs. We need to educate. But what it comes down to is the family structure. It comes down to the father. It comes down to the mother. It comes down to mentoring, being a good uncle, helping your kid out, showing your kid the right path. There's people out there that will sit there and give you all kind of advice, but they're living a horrible life. You're not going to listen to that, brother. You need to lead by example and get a job, go to work, have a family structure. Maybe even if you're single, you still have family structure, man. You still, hey son, go brush your teeth. Hey, it's time to go to bed early. You got to go to school tomorrow. The parents that sit there and let their kids do whatever they want, that's what you get, man. You're going to end up getting somebody like that. Not all the time it's the parenting, but 75, 90% of the time it's the parenting, man. And it's a sad reality. It's the truth, but, you know, hopefully people actually start figuring this stuff out, man. Arturo Frias, Gillis writes up, listen to the rich politician. This kind of reminds me of RoboCop when the rich guy had a remote control for the robo. Yeah, pretty much, homie. They should have all stood back. No, they shouldn't have stayed back. How about this? The guy shouldn't have pointed the gun at the cops. Come on, Watts. You're in Watts, homie. You gonna point a gun at the cop? What's gonna happen to you? Sheriffs, you're gonna get killed, homie. Nah. Cops ain't gonna step back. They got a kid going to the car. Fool's got a gun. Nah. I don't know if you're gonna send him to camp, JR, for a fucking murder, homie. I don't think it's gonna work. And they had a second to react. They weren't reacting to a shooting or an armed man. There's no time for a stand-down SWAT team, then disarm. Yeah, they're pulling up. They're getting a distress call for a child's endangerment. That's all they're going for at first. But Burbank cops go deep, man. They pull up on the guy. As soon as they pull up on it, he pulls a strap out on him. It's not even like, you know, they try to talk to. No, that fool pulled a strap out within 2 seconds of them having that interaction with each other. You pull a strap on a cop, you're going to get killed. There's no two ways about it. If you got an issue, put the gun down, fight it in court. That's the way you do it. You're not going to fight it on the streets. You're not going to fight it with some police officers because you're going to get killed. I don't know how much more to say this to the young people, homie. It's silly. It's silly. Let's see what you got, man. People right now are not getting popped off for petty theft and minor offenses. That's why crime. Yeah, right now you can steal up to, I think, $1,000. If it's $1,000 or less, $999. They don't even arrest you. They just give you a thing. You call the cops for it. They don't come for that stuff, dude, because they know they're gonna get released. And the only reason they did that was because they had to reduce the populations in prisons in the county jails. So what do? They throw them on the streets. That's exactly what these politicians did. They threw them on the streets. That's why you got all these homeless guys out there. Those guys usually would be coming out of the county all day long. You got guys getting released and all kind of stuff in prison. And hopefully the guys that do come out of those early programs, they program, dude. They program. But the majority, unless they've done a lot of time, it's back to the hood, homie. It's back to the clavo. It's back to that life, homeboy. But I don't know, carnal. But something's got to give, and unfortunately, what's giving right now is the state of California is it's taking a big dump, man. Crime is through the roof. Taxes are through the roof. It's expensive as hell over here. Rent, mortgage, everything, dude. Everything's through the roof. And I would be okay with that if our streets were clean and safe. But no, all the prices are through the roof, but our streets are dirty. Our streets are full of homeless. Our streets are full of crime. So to me, it's like, wait a minute, man, what are you guys doing? And they're just they're throwing money at problems you need more than money, man. You need family structure. You need to push that agenda. You need to get these guys off drugs. You need to sit there and actually confront the problems. And nobody's confronting the problems, man. Everybody's just kind of hiding it and saying, oh, it's something else, brother. But hopefully not. They did. What was the scam they did to American family? Oh, nah, some lady pulled up on my suegro, my father-in-law, and asked him, hey, where's the nearest church? And he told her, and then she said, oh, thank you very much, God bless you, let me get out here and pray with you. And she tried to do like the cross on his chest, and while this trick is doing this, she tries to go in his back pocket and take his wallet, man. And my suegro had the water hose, and he ended up wetting her, and she got in her car and left. And I heard they've been driving around the valley doing that little scam. It's a gray 4-door, like a Lincoln car. It's an actually nice car. They say they're gypsies. I don't know, but she spoke Spanish, carnal. That's all I know. Burbank cops are known to be racist and unjust, but there are good Burbank. Yeah, no, Burbank cops were known to be some straight dirtbags, man. I think they had the feds on them for a minute. They were very racist. I'm not gonna lie. I would not. I got pulled over one time in Burbank with a bunch of guns. Luckily, they didn't find them. After that, I'm like, I'm good, dude. Burbank cops will tell you, get the hell out of Burbank. I'm gonna go back to North Hollywood. JR, it goes bad both ways. What if they didn't shoot and he busts on the cops and kill one? Then what? Yeah, pretty much, man. I mean, just across the street from that area, a cop got killed in 2000 and I think like 4 or something out there. So no, yeah, if I'm a cop, I'm shooting, man. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm a cop, you point a gun at me, I'm gonna shoot you, man. It's just like the Wild Wild West. You have Wyatt Earp out there, and you trying to point a gun at Wyatt Earp's gonna bust on you, homie. But nowadays they're trying to make the criminals the heroes, and it don't work that way. If you want to make the criminals the heroes, we're gonna live in the Mad Max era, carnal. I don't want to live in the Mad Max era, homeboy. To me, you want to act gangster, you're gonna get shot pointing a gun at a cop. That's rule number 1. Don't mess with the police, homie. But people don't want to listen, brother. No, Aguilar, it's hard to keep your kids straight, bro. You just gotta be on their ass daily. It's a battle between you and the streets. It definitely is, dude. But the thing is this, when it comes to your kids, you gotta be on their ass since they're kids, since they're young, impressionable young men and women. Because if you, and I'm not saying you in general, but if you try to sit there and let your kids pretty much run their own program till they're 13, 15 years old, and then when they start getting in trouble, all of a sudden you wanna come in and try to be a parent, it doesn't work. You need to be that parent to them as a kid. You need to make sure they're in sports. Sports is so huge. Right now there's no sports, but sports is huge. You gotta get them. You gotta get them on the park. You gotta get them out there doing stuff, being part of something. Because if not, if they're not part of any baseball team, softball team, football team, soccer team, any kind of team like that, they're gonna be a part of a gang. That's what happens. They're gonna be a part of other kids who are not maybe in a gang, but are out there just, getting high because they've got no other activities to do. You gotta keep a kid motivated. You gotta keep them going, because if not, the streets will, brother. And that ain't a good thing, man. Was a dude who got popped Raza? No, his name was actually David Williams something. He was a white guy. They had his picture. I don't want to show up there, just, his family or whatnot. No, that was actually a güero, dude. That was a white guy, homie. But that kind of situation happens in every race, every color, dude. We got those kind of stuff going on all the time. Gil, how do you feel about neighborhood watch, homie? Be real, bro. Laugh aloud. Honestly, I'm about to start one here on my block, man. No bullshit. I mean, just after this, my wife went to all our neighbors and told them, we communicate with all our neighbors over here. We're a close enough community where I know all my neighbors, and you're supposed to. I don't party with all my neighbors. I'm not like that with my neighbors, but I know every single one. I know what their names are. That way, in case somebody comes over and they're somebody's at their house that I know don't live there, I'm gonna go up to them and say, man, what are you doing over here? And the same thing, if somebody came to my house, I would hope my neighbors do the same thing. Because that's how you gotta patrol your neighborhood. You gotta come as a community, especially if you live in homes out here and even in apartments. You want to know who the people are around you. And this is one of those situations that kind of reminds me with what they try to do in my phone. Like, dude, that's how gang wars start. Because I don't know who those guys were, but if I would have caught them slipping, oh man, I would have busted their shit. And then all of a sudden, here comes a fight because they're trying to rob my suegro. I fucked them up, and then they're gonna try. And that's how it is. But that's over some shady ass shit, man. You don't sit there and try to go after old people. Straight up, if you want to rob some young person, still you shouldn't do it. But when you try to do it to some elderly people, come on, man, that's some low life shit, man. But yeah, I'm pro neighborhood watch, cause not straight up, I'll call the cops on you. Nah, but you should be able to be. You should know your neighbors. You should know your neighborhood, brother. Dun, dun, dun. See what you got on. What you retract? Okay. Amazon pepper spray. What the fuck? I love your honesty, bro. I try to be honest, homie. I may not be the kindest guy in the world or the most courteous guy in the world, homie, but I won't lie to you, brother. Alex Alonso will still say the cops. Prayers to all the families involved. Yeah, Alex will say that the cop should have backed off and got a negotiator and all kind of. God bless Alex. I love Alex, man. Alex is a good guy, brother. I always put myself in a cop's shoes and fear for my. Yeah, of course, man, of course. Bartertown, laugh out loud. What's up, Nunez? How we doing, man? Facts, AC. We try, Playboy. We try. America is a Babylon, brother. Our people are victims of this forged nation. Our people need to educate themselves and not be violent as the ones, the genocides of our ancestors. I agree with some of that. Better to be in sports than in gang. Yeah, dude. Listen, man. This is one thing I wish I would have known as a young guy. You can have the exact same stuff that you do in a gang that you would be in sports, which is this. You can be popular. You can get the girls. You will get the attention. The difference is, in a sports world, the worst thing that can happen is, if you're playing football, you might break your leg or something, you get some kind of injury. In the street world, they're going to crack your head. They're going to bust your teeth out. They're going to get shot. You're going to get killed. And then finally, the grand prize of the two, you do sports all your life. You go, you end up going to high school. I'm not saying you're going to go to be a pro player or nothing, but you know what? You healthy, you got friends, everybody's positive, and the worst thing's gonna come out of that is you're gonna be getting good grades because you gotta have decent grades to be in those sports, right? So hopefully you'll graduate high school, then after that you can do whatever you want. In the street gang life, the grand prize for all you young cats out there is an 8x12 concrete cell where you could sit there with the homie Chuco next to you in the cell or right in the cell with you and live with the guy for the rest of your life, homie. And there's so many guys and guys that I know personally that are in prison right now doing for the rest of their life forever, and those guys wish to God they had a second chance. If you told every lifer in there that's never gonna get out, put your left arm out there, we're gonna chop it up, but we'll let you go out. You'll have all kind of guys coming out with chopped off arms, homie, because that's how bad people want to get out of jail. That's how bad people know they screwed up their lives. And for us to continue to make that cycle go, it's sad, brother. It's a sad reality that needs to stop, man. But that stops with us. That stops with us telling you guys not to do that, man. To keep it going, not to stop the grind and not to just fall for that negativity of prison and all that stuff. But there's no future in that shit, carnal. Kelly, my brother, good to see you covering these topics. Of course, David. How you doing? How you doing out there in Arizona, carnal? Yeah, Alex will blame the cops. You know that, man. Crime doesn't have a face, period. But politics controls law. When the cat's away, the mice will play. Dems open the gates. Well, Dems open the gates. Republicans open the gates. They all open the gates, brother. It's a strategy of keeping us fighting. As long as we're fighting, they're in power, player. Wait till your next barbecue. Neighbor who watches good. Gente, keep the block safe, everyone. For sure, man. For sure. Hey, so it's not set in stone the date, but I think it kind of is. The American Cholo team, we are all going to go to Tulare. I believe it's, I don't got the address quite yet, but I'm going to start putting it out there. We're going to go to Tulare. We've been asked to be MCs out there at a certain event that's all for Cali Max, for Raza, for support. We're going to be out there, I believe it's June 26th. I believe it's a Saturday. When I get more info on it, I will let you guys know. So if any of you guys are out there by Tulare, we're going to go out there, Playboys. The cop is going to get hit too when it's time. What's that? We all got to go. So the cop is going to get his too. When it's time to go, it is what it is. Sad to say, but yeah. Well, it wasn't time to go. That fool was... All he would have had to do was, when the cop pulled up, he was hands on the steering wheel. The cops would have, done what they got to do. They would arrest him for a GTA. They would arrest him for a strap. They would arrest him for the kid. Would have probably done a couple of years in jail. Been out and back to the grind of being a method, homie. But that's what they want to do. David S. Cops killed an Armenian man in front of me in Burbank. I was 13, honestly. Still comes back to me 10 years later. But he killed 3 people before cops got him. Who knows what else would have happened? Listen, man, that's, again, what world do you want to live in? Do you want to live in a world with no cops? Or do you want to live in a world with cops, man? Because if you want to live in that Mad Max world, get your money. Maybe those people that want to defund the cops, they should probably try to patrol their own neighborhoods. But you know how that goes. Yes. Andrew, my cop should have asked his dad, any help stealing the car, sir? Put your gun away. I'm here to protect and serve. Yeah, right. Oh, man, this kid is traumatized for life. Absolutely, man, absolutely. All right, people, so this was just a quick little live. Again, make sure to go check out the new sponsors, the homie at Pochoware. Let me do my little... The homie at Pochoware on Instagram, and the homie... Mr. Sin Manchas, carnal. These are our 2 new sponsors to the channel. I appreciate you guys. If you guys like the conversation, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, leave me a comment, man. Let's chop it up. Let's talk about it. That's what this forum is about. It's about us getting informed, about not just following the regular narrative of the media. That's what the American Cholo channel is about, Playboys. I'll catch you guys later. You guys have a good one. And let's be out this biatch.